Hello, everyone. Happy Whinypaluza Wednesday. Sorry we're late.
Happy Whinypaluza Wednesday. Why were we late, honey?
So
That's why we were late.
So first we went to a fantastic chorus concert. Ella and students, lots of students, did a fantastic job tonight. We loved it. Did you love it?
Yes, it was very good.
We had a great time. Ella's specific group did a whole medley.
It was a medley from Wicked, like all the
So
highlights of all the
good.
songs.
It was so good. So thankfully Seth videoed it so I can go watch it and send it to our mothers because they didn't make it. But thank you, Gramps and Patty, for coming.
Yes.
And then, okay, so while I was sitting down to enjoy the concert, my son was texting me that he needs pies to celebrate Pie Day at Math Club tomorrow. Now, Pie Day, I don't want to confuse you. Pie Day is Friday.
Yes.
He is celebrating with his Math Club tomorrow.
Because Math Club is Thursdays, not Fridays.
So I just pulled in the driveway from Wegmans for the second time today.
Yeah.
And when I'm done with this, I am going to go make him pies for Pie Day.
Should have just bought them.
It'll take me 2 seconds.
Okay.
Okay. So moving on to the fabulousness of tonight, because
Yes.
we are talking about a fabulous topic. The topic is, what did I call it?
You called it Feeling a Big Shift.
Feeling a big shift. Sometimes I forget my titles. It stems from, I get sent such amazing women to the Whinypaluza podcast. I mean, between people finding me and my producer finding people, I just cannot believe the women that I get to talk to. And Christina Fletcher was one of them. Her episode is in May. It's in my blog exactly what episode it is. I can't remember off the top of my head, but at whinypaluza.com you can read the whole blog. And Christina was on the podcast in May, and I loved her. And I really wanted to do a session with her. Her website is spirituallyawarewellness.com.
Okay.
Spirituallyawareliving.com. Forgive me. I should have looked that up before we started. And go find her because, her gift is spot on. She is so talented. And I had a session. I decided to have a session with her. It blew me away. I'm going to tell you all about it. And then I told Seth, I'm like, you got to go do this.
And I did a session, and I was a little skeptical, and I was blown away and said, holy crap, I feel totally different. That was amazing.
I feel totally different. So I'm going to whiz through this because I need to make pies. So I asked Christina to talk to me about 3 topics. She goes, what do you want to focus on? And I said, I have 3 topics that I want to focus on. And my first topic is work. And we had such a good discussion about what I do and what I want to do and all of that jazz. And the theme in my life is that I tend to think that I need to be doing more. And as I was talking to her, I realized I was listing all the things that I do. And I realized that I don't think about what I do. I think about what else I should be doing.
Yep. You're always thinking about the next thing.
Well, it's because...
The to-do list.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you this, and there's no criticism or judgment. If you are good, I'm good. If you feel stressed, I instantly think I'm not doing enough.
Yeah, but my stress is never about you. You're never not doing enough. You're always doing too much.
Is that Melissa? Do I see Melissa?
That was not, so any stress I feel is usually work-related. It has nothing to do with you.
Okay, so, right, but then I feel like I'm not working enough. If you're stressed about work, I want to take the burden off of you and work more. So every time you get stressed,
yeah, don't do that.
I take it on and feel responsible. Like I want you to know.
I need to get severance, right? I need to do the Apple show, and I come home and not remember anything at work.
We need to watch that. So I am going to give myself credit and tell everybody, hi, Melissa, I thought that was you. It's so nice to see you. Oh my God, I owe her, we're supposed to be meeting. Melissa, you have to remind me my life.
Okay, focus.
Okay.
Hi, Melissa.
Hi, Melissa. I owe Melissa a podcast or 2. So, okay. I am bringing in the bacon. I am doing fantastic, and I don't focus on that. I'm doing so much better than I was working full time.
Yes, you are.
Right?
Absolutely.
Focus. I'm shifting. So if Seth is stressed, I feel like it's not enough. So I was explaining all of this to the fabulous Christina. And she was like, tell me more about Seth and his work. And I was telling her how I talk to him every day, multiple times a day, about any stressors. Like if Seth is having a client stress, an employee stress, so any sort of work stress, I put on my social work hat.
Yes, you are
like the
a
wife
fantastic
hat,
consultant.
Right, so the wife hat goes to the side. I put my social worker hat on, and I'm an official consultant.
Yeah, you do get paid.
He calls me his unofficial HR because he has a wonderful HR person who knows all the law.
Right,
the
but I wouldn't
rules.
bug her as many times a day as I bug you.
Okay, so I don't know all the HR rules. I
Right.
didn't study that. I studied social work. So I consult Seth, and a lot of people don't know that, but I actually am a market domination consultant.
Yes, you are.
And so as I was talking to Christina about that, she was like, so basically you two are partners at home and you're partners at work. Like
Yes.
you are more of a partner to him than you're giving yourself credit
Yes,
for.
I fully agree. You do not give yourself enough credit.
So that was the bottom line. As I was talking about work, I started to see the pattern of me just not giving myself enough credit, which I also see in my daughter, Ella. So I don't think Ella's listening, but I'm just realizing she gets it from me. So I'm going to work on that so that she can work on that, because it trickles down. So that was a fantastic conversation, and I felt cleared, and I felt like a shift. And then I moved on to my body, my beautiful, wonderful body.
Yep.
And I told her how far I've come since February 2024.
Yeah.
I've come a long way. I don't need to give the number, but it's a lot. And I have, I have a goal. I have a goal in mind. So I'm like, okay, Christina, this is what I've done. Now help me keep going. I want to know your thoughts on this. And it was so good. She was talking about I'm going to explain to you her talking about her gray hair. And she was like, I would sit in the mirror and I would look at my gray hair and I would point out my gray hair to people, and then more gray hair would appear. And she was like, if you're looking at your stomach and you're looking at your fat on your stomach, your body is hearing you and giving you what you're focusing on. So if you see the fat on your stomach, your body's going to give you more fat. So you have to be talking kindly to your body. Like I'm finding that now I'm working out and I'm like, look at those arms, look at that bicep, like look at those abs when I'm doing my crunches. So I'm talking totally different to my body since I have talked to her. And she's like, tell your body, I'm doing it. Like, have your body notice that you're eating healthy, that you're working out. Like, talk to your body and tell your body to notice, and you'll get results. And she's like, don't start looking in the mirror at all of the stuff, all of the wrinkles. You'll get more wrinkles. Start talking about, I was telling her my skin story. She loved my skin story. Everybody's like, tell me your skincare routine. Like, why does your skin look like that? So my skin story since I was young is, I have Tilly's skin. Tilly is my grandma, and Tilly had good skin. So I think that I have Tilly's skin. So that's been my story. So my body is listening to me. So you see, our body hears us.
Amen.
Okay, so that has been huge, and there's already been results since I talked to her.
That's awesome.
And I forgot to tell you that there has been good results.
Oh, well, you told me earlier today.
Yes. Well, I didn't know if you connected it.
I did not connect it to Christina, but I was happy that you reported some good news, that you haven't had that same news to report in a little bit.
Well, I think that...
You were frustrated a couple weeks ago.
I think that what happens is you're going to find... No, I'm not going to tell my body this story. Let's just say it's going down.
Yes.
I'm getting there to my goal. So So we talked about work. We talked about my body. I said, okay, third issue. Third issue is boundaries. I was like, I need help with boundaries. I would say that this man right here has been an amazing teacher in life.
Wow, thank you.
So I'm listening to that lady on YouTube talk about body language.
Yes, you told me.
Oh my God, such a good episode.
I will listen.
And I sent it to you.
You did. I haven't listened yet.
And what was my point in telling you that? She was
Boundaries.
talking about her husband and how different her husband is from her, and that we don't want to marry ourselves. We want to marry someone who is different from us. Seth is so tremendously different from me. Like, I don't think Seth and I are alike at all. Do we have any similarities?
Yes, cut it out.
Okay, maybe a few. But like, he's so assertive.
Oh, okay.
And he's so direct, and he has no problem setting a boundary. And I've watched him for almost 21 years, and I'm like, man, how do you do that? And I just keep watching him, and it is public, Nicole. Nicole can't get on.
I don't know what to tell you. It's live, it's public, I'm on it. I don't know if I'm friends with her. I can see if I can tag her.
No, don't tag her.
Or comment.
But anyways,
No, I'm not.
Nicole's trying to get on. It is public.
Yeah, everyone else is here.
I don't know, Nicole. I think she just texted me that she can't get on.
Oh, well.
I'm going to keep
I can't
going.
tech support it right now. Focus.
Okay, I'm focusing.
Boundaries.
Boundaries.
Have some.
So
now.
When I was a kid, and when I was a teenager, and when I was a young adult, there were not good boundaries. And I feel like the older and wiser I get, the better boundaries I get. But I still see so much room for improvement. And I was like, explaining some situations to her to just get her feedback. And she clears things out for you. So like she can tell you what block you have, what energy needs to be cleared, released. Does she use cleared or released?
Let's say cleared.
I'm sorry,
fully remember the
Christina.
term.
So she has special powers. She's trained. She has all these gifts. She shared them all with us. Emotional coding and all this freaking cool.
A bunch of different modalities.
Oh my God, it was amazing. This is my language, people. I am kooky and I love all of this stuff. You want to talk Reiki? You want to talk, what else?
Qigong, well, you don't want needles, so you won't do acupuncture.
No, but if you do acupuncture, I would love to hear your thoughts on it.
You could do acupressure. They do it without needles.
I don't like needles.
I just said acupressure.
I know,
Woman.
but I don't want to be pressed either. Ow!
Oh my God, seriously.
Okay.
Focus. It seems to be a recurring theme.
So boundaries. So I explained some situations to her, and I was like, okay, help me with boundaries. Tell me what you have. What are your thoughts on me having better boundaries? And as we were talking about it, and as she was, doing her stuff and releasing stuff for me, I feel like, and maybe that has to do with the weight going down more, but I feel a tremendous weight lifted.
Yes.
Like am I acting different? Because I feel different.
You are acting different in some areas. Yeah, I have seen a difference.
I feel very different.
Your energy is different. Your attitude.
She definitely talked me through it, released stuff, and there's something really significant that her and Bob Proctor taught me. Seth and I are going to talk about Bob next week.
Yes, we both read. She recommended, I think, his amazing book that we both read, and then we both listened to it, and then bought a copy of it too, a physical copy too.
Well, tell them what the book is.
Change Your Paradigm, Change Your Life.
By Bob Proctor.
Yes.
And I found it. It was recommended to me by several different people on TikTok. It kept coming up. Like, TikTok knows me. It's like a phenomenal algorithm.
Yes.
So it's like sending me all these protein recipes, and every time I make something, my kids are like, where did you get that?
It's always TikTok.
So recipes and nails and books, and this book was like so perfectly recommended to me. If you have not read it, go read it. It's amazing. And Bob and Christina were both explaining to me that I have to be sending out love to the universe, and that's what then comes back to me. So we get annoyed with people, and we send out not so nice energy. So Bob talks about thinking about 3 people. He gives you a list of things to do in the morning, which Seth and I will talk about next week.
Yep.
But he said to think about 3 people who annoy you and like send them love. And that has really changed me. I feel really different. Is that one of the titles you're sharing with other posts? Yes. Change your paradigm, change your life. I posted it. I'm going to do a whole topic on it next week.
Awesome. I'm excited. It's a great book.
I'm excited.
I'm on time number 3.
You're reading it a 3rd time?
Yes.
Oh man, I only read it once. I need to catch up. Are you reading the book or the audio?
I listened to the audio twice, and now that we have the physical book, I'm reading the physical book.
Melissa, we both listened to it, but I wanted to like have it to refer to, so I ordered the book.
Yes.
So, anyways, sending out love to certain people in my life who have been driving me crazy has totally changed me. I feel like a different person. I know that she did releases and unblocked stuff, and I know that that's part of why I feel different. But I know.
No comparison in readers, says Melissa, for those of you listening to this later on iTunes.
So
that's why we're doing both.
There is nothing like sitting down and reading a book, but for time's sake, like I was just at the grocery store listening to a book. So I multitask, but I love to sit and read. I did that too today.
Boundaries.
So sending out love to people who
3 people a day.
To people who I need to have better boundaries and better attitudes towards has totally made my life better and different, and I feel good and I feel better and I feel lighter. And
we've seen a difference.
And she talked to me about, she explained leaky energy. And I think that what was happening was the energy from other people was leaking into me and intertwining with me. And I need to have my own bubble of energy, and I need to be grounded in my feet and my bubble. And I need to have my own energy and not let other people's leaky energy leak into me and annoy me.
Amen.
Do you want to read what I texted you?
You texted me, boundaries are set with intention rather than action.
Okay. So, so those were my 3 topics. I would love for you to share what you're comfortable with.
From Christina, I didn't bring my notes, of which I have pages and pages of them. However,
but you can summarize.
Yes. You don't get what you think about, you get what you feel about. So you have taught me, cognitive behavioral therapy for many, many years, catch the ants, the automatic negative thoughts, and then change them. And it's not just enough to think something. The sign you are holding up to the universe and saying more of this is what you're feeling. So you have to focus on the feeling that you want to feel and feel that in order to get more of it, which is really helpful for me. And she dramatically reduced the amount of negative chatter in my brain. I would say my ants, my automatic negative thoughts, have gone from like a 9 to like a 2, 2.5.
Honey.
So huge difference there.
You were at a 9? Were you going to tell me that?
Well, no, you take on my stress if I tell you my stress, so I try not to tell you too much.
You need to tell me.
So then it makes it worse, because then you're all stressed.
Then I can help.
And then you're stressed. So anyway, I was saying something good, if you could not divert onto yourself now. So that was really, really helpful. I learned about the shift, a big shift in my energy has been embracing some of my creativity. I use it at work in terms of like creating marketing and stuff like that. But in terms of my own creative outlet, of my own creative expression, just shifting into that energy and finding time to write every single day, first thing in the morning, has made a difference. And not only in how I feel, but also what other stuff has been magically happening. So that's my short version. You'll get my long version along with my Bob Proctor summary next week.
Forgive me if you said this already, but I love that it was about writing your story.
Oh, so yes, thank you for reminding me. So she's like, you love to write. That is your creative expression. Don't just write, let's say, a screenplay. Write your day, not just what happens, but literally pretend it's a movie and write out the scene and write out the meeting with the person and write out exactly what you want them to say and what you're going to say back. So each day I've started writing out a scene. So far it's been pretty good. It hasn't been perfect, but it's been really, really good. Like, I'm like, holy crap, that did just happen. That's literally what they said. I wrote that they would say. So it's super powerful.
Well, and what we're visualizing happens. So like pay attention to what you're
and my
putting
visualization
out.
is the strongest level is writing. Do you have a plan to stay with time for your creative outlets when life gets extra? Well, I am adjusting right now because my subconscious or my soul has been saying get up super early and write. I'm trying a new exercise tonight before bed because it's been getting me up way earlier than I wanted to get up, and I already get up earlier when she gets up. So I'm not worried about life getting extra because, like, the other day I was up at 4 a.m. So I wanted to go back to sleep and tried for a little bit, but it did not work. So I'm like, okay, I will listen and wake up and go write. So I am working on telling myself, hey, I would love to express this. Can we do it a little bit later when my alarm clock goes off?
So, Melissa, my alarm goes off at 6 to get up with Ella. And I get up and make lunches and hang out with Ella and make her breakfast and blah, blah, blah. And Seth gets up with us. So he has plenty of time plenty of time in quotes, to write before work. And
you mean right before taking Ella to school?
Well, you take Ella to school and a lot of times you go to work.
Right, because if I don't have that big a window between dropping her off and when I actually wanted to be at work.
So he's working a lot.
Yes.
And he's working a lot more because he drops Ella off super early and goes right to work.
Well, my office is
Next
3 doors down.
Yes.
So sometimes, a lot of days, it's just easier to get ready early and just go straight to work as opposed to coming back, getting ready, and going back.
So Christina is amazing.
Yes, highly recommend. 5 stars.
I just can't even tell you. I'm just so thankful that we did this. I
Yes.
think we both feel so much better.
Yes.
And I love that she was brought to me through the podcast. I love that Melissa, who's watching us, was brought to me through the podcast. It's been such a gift. Somebody said, it's the lady that I get to talk to on Friday. I just read her book. And the question that she asked in her book is, what do you want to talk about all day? And that should be your career path. And I was thinking about all these podcasts that I do and all these women that I get to talk to and what I get to talk about every day. Right? Yeah. It's pretty cool.
It is.
Well, I hope you like what you're talking about every day.
Very much.
So that's our topic for the week. And I feel really bad because on my list was to pick a winner from the March challenge to announce on the vlog tonight. And you see that I am not prepared. So
you got distracted by pies. We'll announce next week.
I will. Nicole, I'm sorry. I couldn't respond because I'm on my phone.
Right,
So
we're live. We can't
saw
text support
your
you.
text. I saw your text and I was like, Nicole can't find us. We're here, Nicole. Thank you for joining us. It was nice to see you at the concert tonight. So I did not pick a winner. We had our March challenge. I'm due to pick a winner. I will do that. I will announce the winner. I will drop off a prize or mail a prize if you're not close to me. And this Friday on the podcast is Danielle Lindner. And it is a blueprint for behavior, I believe, was the title. I might be remembering it wrong, but it's something like that. And it was great, and you're going to love it. And I appreciate you every time you listen to my podcasts and vlogs and read the blogs and
subscribe to the newsletter. Go to whinypaluza.com, find the link tree with all of Rebecca's amazing free resources, including the 2 to 3 times a week email newsletter. Sign up for that. It is absolutely free. And we will make sure you like, share, rate, comment, and subscribe. Melissa says, is it Nicole? She made it, and that's winning.
Okay, so here is...
It is not Nicole.
Okay.
She hasn't picked a name yet.
So here is the deal that I'm making with everybody right now. I have no idea if Nicole commented on any of the challenge days. There were 5 days. And I pick a winner from one of the comments. if Nicole commented on any of the days, or if she goes and does that now.
Oh my God. You can't rig it for Nicole.
I will
That's not
rig
fair.
it for Nicole for finding us.
That is
so you
not-
can thank Melissa
She's
for
probably
that.
on your the old profile.
Oh.
Or the new, whatever.
Anyways, we won't talk about that. So I need to
We
go
don't
make.
talk about
I
Bruno.
need to go make pies. So have
Okay.
a wonderful week,
Happy
and
Whinypaluza
we will be
Wednesday.
back next week.
Thank you for tuning in to the Whinypaluza podcast. If you like what you heard, please be sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode. While you are there, leave a review. I love to hear your feedback. Thank you so much for listening. Until next time.
This show has been produced by Market Domination, LLC. To discover how you can have your own show completely done for you and turn it into a real published book and become the authority in your marketplace, go to www.marketdominationllc.com/podcast offer.
49 faces looked to him in triumph. Over the last 12 months, they had each taken turns and promoted his business for a week at a time, driving over $987,342 in revenue. What if you had a network of 50 centers of influence who promoted your business every week for a year? Grab your copy of the #1 Amazon best-selling book, The Ultimate Guide to Growing Your Business with a Podcast, at 33% off the Amazon price by going to ultimatepodcastbook.com. Again, that website for 33% off the Amazon price is ultimatepodcastbook.com.